Hello everyone, welcome to CBS Institute, welcome to current affairs session. Today we are going to discuss some of the recent important current affairs which include some important financial awareness points as well. Okay, watch the video completely and prepare your own notes. Now let us begin our session with the first one. See, this is important from financial awareness point of view. See, recently the Bharti AXA Life Insurance Company has signed an agreement with Fincare Small Finance Bank. So, important points with respect to small finance banks have already been discussed in our previous videos. Okay, see, recently Bharti AXA Life Insurance has signed an agreement with this small finance bank, that is Fincare Small Finance Bank. Okay, now see, for example, this is a bank. Okay, this is a bank. Bank has customer base. There are several customers to the bank, and assume this is an insurance company. Okay, now insurance company sells insurance policies. Okay, insurance policies. This company is selling insurance policies to individuals as well. Individuals. Okay, now what happens here is, this insurance company signs an agreement with this bank. This company approaches the bank and signs an agreement with this bank. Okay, now according to this agreement, the insurance company, okay, this insurance company, the policies of this insurance company will be sold to the customers of this bank by this bank. Okay, now listen carefully. This bank will sell the insurance policies of this insurance company to its customers. Okay, to its customers under this agreement. This agreement is called bank assurance. Very important term. Bank assurance meaning or the definition here is, selling insurance policies through banks is called bank assurance. Very important term. Okay, from banking exams as well as insurance related exams. Okay, now the insurance policies of this insurance company will be sold to the customers of the bank by this bank. So now what does the bank get out of it? So insurance company will pay commission to the bank here. Okay, so similar agreement has been signed here. Okay, now Bharti AXA Life Insurance has signed a bank assurance agreement. Bank assurance agreement with the Fincare Small Finance Bank. Now you have got an idea that what happens under this agreement. Okay, so insurance policies, this is bank assurance agreement. Insurance policies of Bharti AXA Life Insurance Company will be sold to the customers of Fincare Small Finance Bank. Okay, now this bank will sell the insurance policies of this company to its customers. Okay, so this agreement is called bank assurance agreement. Bank assurance agreement. So with this news, with this issue, the two companies have come into news. Okay, so you may encounter a question like this: what is bank assurance? Okay, at interview as well as in your main exam. So here, small finance bank. The Fincare Small Finance Bank is headquartered at Bengaluru. Rajiv Yadav, he is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Fincare Small Finance Bank. Now this company is headquartered at Mumbai. Parag Raja, he is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of this company. Okay, so what is important from this issue is, recently Bharti AXA Life Insurance has signed a bank assurance agreement with which of the following small finance banks? This could be a question. Okay, with Fincare Small Finance Bank, which of the following life insurance companies has recently signed a bank assurance agreement? This could also be a question in our exam. Okay, what is bank assurance? Okay, so there is a chance of raising this question as well. Okay, so these are the additional important points with respect to these two companies. Okay, see, we have already discussed what are the small finance banks and what are the payments banks. Okay, so payments banks were established on the recommendations of Nachiket More committee. Small finance banks were established on the recommendations of Usha Thorat committee. So these banks mainly focus on MSMEs, okay, micro, small, medium enterprises. So these points were already discussed in our past videos. You can watch them. Okay, now you have to make notes out of this information. Note making is very, very important. Okay, now let's take up the next one. See, recently again these two companies, one Axis Bank and Max Life Insurance Company, both have come into news. See, the issue here is Axis Bank, one of the largest private sector banks in India. This is in fact third largest private sector bank in India after HDFC and ICICI. See, Axis Bank and other two subsidiaries, Axis Capitals, so one of the subsidiaries of Axis Bank, Axis Capitals and Axis Securities. So these are the subsidiary companies. Okay, so Axis Bank is the mother company of these subsidiary companies. Okay, so these three, one is Axis Securities and Axis Capitals and Axis Bank. Okay, see, these three have acquired 12.99% stake, shareholding, ownership, that is. Okay, stake means shareholding. Okay, so this is a company, for example. Okay, so 50% has been invested by person X and 50% Y. So ownership is equal. Okay, so like this. See, recently Axis Bank, Axis Capitals and Axis Securities, these three have purchased 12.99% stake, shareholding in the Max Life Insurance Company. Max Life Insurance Company. So this is important. Okay, how much has been acquired by the Axis Bank in Max Life Insurance Company could be a question. Okay, how much has been acquired by Axis? These three. Okay, so question will be given in a clear way. These three will be mentioned in our question. Okay, so 12.99% stake. Okay, other financial details have not been disclosed yet. Okay, so this is the information available as of now. So 12.99% has been acquired by Axis Bank. Okay, see here, this is headquartered at New Delhi. Prashant Tripathi, he is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Max Life Insurance Company. Okay, and Axis Bank is headquartered at Mumbai. Amitabh Chaudhary is MD and CEO of this company. This is important, Amitabh Chaudhary. Okay, Axis Bank is one of the successful banks in India. Okay, as of now running. Okay, HDFC, ICICI, Axis Bank, okay, IndusInd Bank, these are the major private sector banks in India. Okay, so Amitabh Chaudhary is the chief of this bank. Okay, so it acquired 12.99% shareholding in Max Life Insurance. These are the important points with respect to this issue. See, this comes under the acquisition. Okay, so we can expect questions with respect to acquisition as well in our exam. Okay, so these are the important points. Now let's take up the next one. See, this is also very, very important, especially from banking related exams and also insurance related exams. Okay, see here, a non-profit policy research institute. Okay, non-profit policy research institute, National Council of Applied Economic Research, very important, National Council of Applied Economic Research, National Council of Applied Economic Research, New Delhi based non-profit company, non-profit economic policy research institute. Okay, so this conducts research on economic issues. Okay, for example, inflation, investments. Okay, so this conducts research on economic related issues. Okay, see, this was established in the year 1956. This is one of the prominent non-profit policy research institutes in India. Okay, see, the president of National Council of Applied Economic Research is, the present president is Nandan Nilekani. Nandan Nilekani. So here Nandan Nilekani, he is the president. Okay, so the current director general is Shekhar Shah. Okay, he is the Shekhar Shah. Okay, so current director general Shekhar Shah will retire on 1st July. Okay, so this is actually 30th June 2021. He will retire on 30th June, that is 30th June 2021. And this non-profit company has appointed new person as well. Okay, new director general. The new director general name is Poonam Gupta. Okay, very important it is, Poonam Gupta. See, currently she is the economist. She is working as an economist at the World Bank. So Poonam Gupta has been appointed as the new Director General of National Council of Applied Economic Research. This is very, very important. Okay, so this comes under the category of appointments. Poonam Gupta has been appointed as the Director General of which of the following institutions in India? Could be a question. Okay, so otherwise, new Director General of NCAER could be a question in our exam. Okay, Poonam Gupta has been appointed as the new Director General of NCAER. Okay, she has replaced who among the following? Okay, this could also be a question. Shekhar Shah. Okay, another important point with respect to this issue is, Poonam Gupta is the first woman Director General. First woman Director General of NCAER. So these are the very, very important points from examination point of view. Okay, now note down all these points. Okay, so appointments, current Director General, which means this appointment will be effective or is effective from 1st July 2021 because he will retire on 30th June 2021. Okay, so very important it is. Now let's take up the next one. See, recently the IIT Bombay based is startup. So this startup is located in IIT Bombay. The name of the startup is Nanotechnologies. Nanosniff Technologies. This is the name of the company, Nanosniff Technologies. Okay, so recently this company, Nanosniff Technologies, IIT Bombay based company, okay, incubated company, this company has developed explosives trace detector. Okay, explosives trace detector, that is ETD. Okay, so it traces the explosives around us, okay, within 10 nanoseconds. This is the information according to the company. Okay, so it will trace the explosives, bombs, ammunitions, okay, within 10 nanoseconds. Okay, so this explosives trace detector, this is the image of ETD. Okay, so recently the Union Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, okay, So Union Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank has launched explosives trace detector. Okay, the name of this equipment, okay, ETD, is nano sniffer. Nano sniffer. Sniffer means smelling. Okay, sniffer means smelling. Okay, so here nano sniffer is explosives trace detector. This has been developed by NanoSniff Technologies, which is based in IIT Bombay, and ETD has been launched by Union Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank. These are the important points here. Okay, see here, question could be asked like this. Recently, nano sniffer has been launched by Union Education Minister. Okay, what is the name of, okay, and which company has developed it? Could be a question. That is NanoSniff Technologies. Okay, otherwise, who among the following ministers has launched nano sniffer and ETD? Could be a question. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank. Okay, so questions can be asked from several angles. Okay, now if we know the matter, we can attempt the question irrespective of the level of difficulty. Okay, so we must be familiar with all the information available with a particular issue. Okay, so these are the important points here. Now let's take up the next one. See, in order to deal with the climate change, okay, so climate is changing rapidly. Okay, so this will be a disastrous for the planet. Okay, so here, in order to deal with the climate change, okay, how to raise funds and how to use them for a better planet. So with this goal, in the year 2009, 4 countries formed a grouping. Okay, formed a grouping. The grouping is BASIC. Grouping name is BASIC. Here BA stands for Brazil, S stands for South Africa, I stands for India, and C stands for China. So this is the group of 4 countries. The main goal is to deal with the climate change. Okay, so raising the funds and using them for the better planet. Okay, so BASIC has 4 countries: Brazil, South Africa, India and China. Okay, so recently 30th ministerial meeting, 30th BASIC ministerial meeting was held from on 7th and 8th of April 2021. This is important. Okay, so 30th BASIC ministerial meeting. Ministerial meeting means ministers participate in that meeting. Okay, ministers. So 30th BASIC ministerial meeting was held on 7th and 8th April 2021. So this is an online meeting, virtual meeting. So there is no physical venue. If there is a physical venue, okay, we will have to remember the place of that venue as well. Okay, so this is online meeting, virtual mode it was conducted. So there is no physical venue. Okay, see, this meeting, 30th BASIC ministerial meeting, was hosted by India itself. Very important. Okay, India, and the meeting was chaired by. It was hosted by India, and the meeting was chaired by our Union Minister for Forests, Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Prakash Javadekar. So there could be a question from different angles here. Okay, so which of the following is not part of BASIC countries? For example, option will be given Singapore. Okay, Singapore. So in BASIC, Singapore is not member. Okay, so recently 30th BASIC ministerial meeting was held by which of the following countries? Hosted by which of the following countries could be a question? India. who chaired, who among the following ministers chaired 30th basic ministerial meeting which was held on 7th and 8th of April? This could also be a question in our exam. So Prakash Javadekar, Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, chaired this meeting. Okay, so these are the important points with respect to this issue. Okay, so whenever a meeting comes into news, we have to know if there is a physical venue, we have to remember the place of the venue. Okay, so edition is also important. Okay, so here this is the 30th edition. Okay, now let's take up the next one. See, a Mumbai headquartered digital lending company, which means the company gives loans through digital modes, okay, online modes. So the name of the company is Flexi Loans, Mumbai based company. Okay, so this is another company, PayPal, California based company, California headquartered company, United States of America. Okay, so it has branches in India as well. See, recently Flexi Loans has signed an agreement with PayPal, okay, with the company PayPal. So this is digital payments company. Okay, so this is digital lending company and this is digital payments company. Okay, so this company has developed infrastructure related to digital modes. Okay, for example, cards and also swiping machines. So recently Flexi Loans has signed an agreement with the company PayPal. Okay, what is the significance of this agreement is to be known for us. Okay, so it is the very important. See, under this agreement, Flexi Loans company will provide loans to the MSMEs, micro, small, medium enterprises and also women entrepreneurs, freelancers, proprietors, etc., self-proprietors. Okay, so here Flexi Loans will use the infrastructure of PayPal. Okay, now another important point to be remembered here is that this is a collateral free loan. Collateral free loan. Okay, collateral free loan means without any security. Okay, without any security. Okay, while taking the loan we have to put some security. Okay, security or securities with the bank. Okay, now under this agreement Flexi Loans will give loans. Okay, loans, these are the collateral free loans, no security is required. Okay, for this company has signed agreement with the PayPal. Okay, so infrastructure of this company will be used by this company in order to disburse the loans. Okay, so these are the important points with respect to this issue. The two companies are important here. Okay, so Flexi Loans has signed an agreement with which of the following companies to provide collateral free loans recently? Could be a question in our exam, that is PayPal. Okay, so these are the important points here. Now let's take up the next one. See, for example, governments. Okay, when these governments are in need of money, they take loans from different organizations, financial organizations. They also borrow from people and companies as well. How? See, governments issue bond papers. Okay, loan papers these are. Okay, for example, person X has rupees 10 and this bond paper value is 10 for example. Okay, now X will give rupees 10 to government and government will give this bond paper worth of 10 rupees to the person X. Okay, for example, assume this situation, duration of this bond paper, okay, maturity period of this bond paper is 4 years. Okay, after 4 years, government will pay 10 rupees principal amount and some interest to the person X. Okay, so there are several avenues for governments to raise money. Okay, so this is one of the ways. Okay, so on the similar lines, municipal corporations as well. Municipal corporation. Okay, this is a semi-government. municipal corporations also started issuing bond papers, okay, issuing bond papers in order to raise money, okay. The first municipal corporation in India to issue bond in order to raise money was Bengaluru Municipal Corporation, which issued bond papers in the year 1997, okay. So these bond papers are called municipal bonds. These bond papers are called municipal bonds. So money is raised here, and the same money will be utilized for developmental projects, okay. After the term is exhausted, the municipal commission will repay the same money to the lenders, okay. On these lines, recently Ghaziabad, okay, Ghaziabad Municipal Corporation has come into news, okay. So Ghaziabad Municipal Corporation has issued a different types of bonds, okay, different types of bond papers, okay. So these bonds are known as green bonds, municipal green bonds, okay, municipal green bonds. This term is important, municipal green bonds. See, municipal green bonds means these are actually municipal bonds only, okay, like other bonds. So but here green bonds, municipal green bonds. For example, here Ghaziabad Municipal Corporation has issued these bonds. Assume that it has raised rupees 100 crore, okay, 100 crore. See, the same amount of money will be utilized on green projects, green projects. Here green projects means here, for example, solar power plants, planting, okay. So these wind power, okay. So these are the green energy projects, okay. So these projects will not cause any harm to the environment. These are called green projects, okay. So the main objective of issuing these bonds is to raise money for the purpose of green projects. That is why these bonds are known as municipal green bonds, okay. So Ghaziabad Municipal Corporation has become the first municipal corporation in India to raise money through green bonds, okay. Ghaziabad Municipal Corporation is the first municipal corporation in India to issue municipal green bonds, okay, green bonds. So Ghaziabad Municipal Corporation is in Uttar Pradesh, is in Uttar Pradesh. So which of the following municipal corporations has recently launched green bonds could be a question, okay. So these types of points are very important, okay. So you have to note down that the Ghaziabad Municipal Corporation is the first to issue green bonds, okay. But first municipal corporation to issue municipal bonds was Bengaluru Municipal Corporation in the year 1997, okay. Now with this I conclude the session. Thank you for watching.